It's Edwina with Elegant Creations, and I'm here to do a project share for Decorate Your Life. And the kit that I'm using is She Said Yes. And I have been working really hard on making my projects. I have like 4 projects that I want to show you. And I did a couple of them outside my comfort zone, but one of them outside my comfort zone. So, but I wanted to share something with you all. I don't know if I'm sure some of you have watched Sandy's videos, and you have noticed that sometimes she speaks and sometimes she uses there's a computerized voice, and her voice is raspy. And just so I wanted to, as a team member, we wanted to put it out there of what is going on. Sandy is a very talented lady. She is the owner and creator of the Decorate Your Life, and she has gone through some spinal surgery, and when they intubated her they messed up her vocal cords. So she does have one vocal cord, I guess, that she struggles with, and she puts a lot of strain on it, so it's very, very painful. And so that's why she uses the what, forgot what it's called, assistive technology. And so that's why you might hear a computer voice. There's been some comments questioning why she uses it, and we just kind of wanted to put it out there. She is very creative, and she wants to share her videos and her ideas. And I'm glad that she has an outlet. The technology can help her do that. And she is such a busy lady. She's always creating, and very good to us as a design team. I'm new to it, and I just wish her all the best. And it's sad that there's some people who have to make comments. And we go on YouTube to share our ideas and have fun, and this is supposed to be fun. So I hope all of you will realize, sometimes words hurt. And so, with that said, I want to say thank you to Sandy and Jenny for giving me this opportunity. And I'm having lots and lots of fun with with all the collections, but this one is my favorite. And because I do love the Victorian, the shabby chic type of crafts. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my project. Thank you all for listening. And you do get a 15, if you put my code in, Edwina 15. She's got some beautiful, beautiful papers. And just the new one is lemon drops. But I've been working on the She Said Yes. So I did do a few projects that were out of my comfort zone. And I've never really done journaling or anything like that, or this type of booklet. I did struggle with it. I had a different thing in mind, but I ended up with this because it does take a lot of paper. I don't even know. I think I stopped counting after 20 sheets, but with the design, the decorative paper and my own paper, it does take a lot, but it did come out pretty. I really, really am happy with it. So 2 things: I've never done a dangle, and so I had a lot of beads, and then Sandy sent us the bows, and this diamond bow here, and she sent us a pom-pom. And so I put a bow on my pom-pom, and then I just put a lot of beads that I had. And I have one that said love, I had some hearts, I had a key, and just different little beads. I got rid of a lot of my beads, and I wish I wouldn't have, because I did have some pretty ones. So I did that, and so I made my own flower. I had a Tim Holtz rose. No, it wasn't Tim Holtz. I do have a Tim Holtz, but that's a smaller one. It's a pine cone. I bought this at a stamping convention years and years ago. I think it was Just Right Stamps, I think is what it was. So I made a rose, and then she did give us this in the kit, this little label. And so I put wedding organizer. So this is a wedding organizer. And then this is the die cuts that come with her kit. And this beautiful trim is also in the kit. This is my own trim, but this one comes with it. So I just kind of embellished it with all my beads, and I want to show you. So I made it look like a purse, and I put pearls, and then I had these little beads, these spacers, but I only had 8, and so I did every other one. So I did do the back, and I did the flower pattern. So I made this box for it. I've never done accordion before, and I wanted it to go this way instead of putting the papers this way, if you can understand, more like a book. I was trying to make it into a book, but I didn't make this big enough, and I didn't want to redo it because I'd already used a lot of paper. So I came up with this. I had already done the accordion to go, not to, the accordion here, but at the bottom. And so I had to cut it and then put it here. But it worked out. So I want to show you, I also made a little booklet for the bride to jot down numbers or any type of information that she'd like. And so I used, this was a flower that was in the paper, and then the camera, and I cut this out, the fussy cut of the typewriter. That old-fashioned typewriter is so pretty. And this was an easel. And so I used the same trim to match the purse. Then I had the seam binding, so this was mine. I am going to cover the back. I just wanted to see what papers I had left over, and then I was going to do that because I didn't want to cut anything for case I needed a whole sheet. So I did little pockets, okay. And she did have some in her kit that were file folders, and they had the little tab. So I did take those off, and I made my own. And another thing that I did that I've never done before is the hidden paper clip. So the paper clips inside, and you have this little thing here, and then I put mine in the back. You can put it in the front if you want and decorate it. But it was covering a lot of the decorations, so I'm putting it in the back. And then I just typed up what it is, and then I put these little cards in there so you can put information. You can write things down if you want. So I wanted to put a little shoe and stuff, I just never got the time. But this is for the bride, and she could put dates and numbers or business cards or pictures of wedding dresses, anything like that. So I'm going to just go through real quick. I did bridesmaids, ceremony, flowers, invitation, cake, bridal shower, venue, photo and video, music, honeymoon, and miscellaneous. And so each one I did a little different. This also was in the paper scrap piece that I had, and so I took the flowers, cut them out, and then I added little leaves because I needed a little bit of color. So I just kind of did my own with a marker. I still have to do little veins, but with the marker I just did little leaves, so to speak, so you could do a card. And then this is pretty lady with the horse, so I did that one. And then again, so you can put these wherever you want. I had the same convention, and I bought this. It was a corner. Let's see, I didn't glue these down, so a little corner die. So I put that on there. And then this die is I got this a Tuesday morning before they closed. And it's kind of a little pocket. And I've never used it. So I thought this was appropriate. It dressed it up just enough. And I didn't cover, the pictures. So I thought that was pretty. I didn't put anything on here. I probably should have done something, but I didn't want to make it too bulky because it does have to sit in there and you're going to fill it in. So I didn't want to make it too bulky. So there's the bridesmaid. And then I did the ceremony and to have and to hold. She does have these little cutouts that you can cut out. Oops, I have my little glue there. Cut out, and so I use these to have and to hold for the ceremony. And then you can have all these pictures. I forgot to put my cards in, so I have them here. You can put this one. See, she has so many pretty ones. So this one has the bells. So you can put that there. And you can back them with a different color paper also. And this one I put the design on top because I didn't want it to cover the flowers. So the basket, because I thought that was pretty. I would have covered it. So I put them on top. Happy everything. And then I did the invitations. So I made a little card and I had a stamp that says save the date and love you always. And I cut this little typewriter out that was in one of the papers. So you can put the typewriter here. I put too many typewriters, but that's okay. And I just love that typewriter. I thought it was appropriate for the invitation. So I kind of just searched the paper and kind of did with the theme. Let me see with this one if I can find a pretty one with the cake. Thought I had one with the cake. Yeah, here we go. And you can put that there. I did cover the cake, and I wish I wouldn't have because it was a pretty cake on this paper. So maybe I'll cut it out and put it up here. I think I do have one more that has the cake on there. And then this one is a bridal shower. So I put the castle on that one, fun times. And I did do the back also with the matching paper. And this was one of the file folders. I don't know if you could see the line on that. And so I just used them all and then made my own. Because there's 12 of these little pockets. So they have the little pockets in here. I forgot to show that. Okay, so you can stick things in there. And this one's for the venue. I thought that waterfall was so pretty, water fountain. So I did put it up on top. I got to put something here. I'm not sure what I'm going to put. And you can still put little messages on there. I just didn't want to cover this. So I had to kind of make some choices. And the one with the camera. I meant to put smile also and put like a little picture frame and I forgot. But you can do all these little notes. I haven't glued them all down yet because I'm going to make some changes. I just hadn't had the time. So I thought I'll just present this now. And then make changes as I go. And I have the music. And these I didn't tie down either. Because I kept changing my mind. Did I put them here? Gonna put them here? So I decided I'm going to take my time and decide what I'm going to do. I was hoping to have get some little music notes or something, but I didn't have it. Oops, I tore it. They're very fragile, so be careful. You can take the paper clips off if you want. Place them wherever you want. So this one's the music. And I went back and forth on all this, just how much I wanted to put. I didn't want to make it too bulky because they have to fit in those little pockets. And I've never done the accordion file before, and it was challenging for me, but I like it. I really did like it, enjoy it. So I did watch a lot of videos. And this one's miscellaneous. I was going to put transportation, but I thought, well, this one could be kind of everything. And so I did put the car on there. And I love that scene. It's so beautiful. And that's it for my book. My organizer. I think I lost the one that says bridesmaid. But I will put this back together. But I wanted it to look like a purse. And I think I did exactly what I wanted. I did want this a little different, more like a book. And then I was going to make a big purse and then put it in there. But it didn't work out that way. But that's okay. I am happy with the way that this came out. And so then I love to do Victorian. And I thought these pictures were so beautiful. And I haven't done Victorian in a while. I started doing the paper crafts. But many years ago, we used to do a lot of the Victorian crafts. So I kind of wanted to go back to that. And so I made a mirror. And I thought it would be a nice gift for bridesmaids. Or if you had a quinceanera for the young ladies. Or just to give someone that likes mirrors in Victorian. So this one is a mirror, and then I covered the actual mirror flat, and I put decoupage on it, and then put her down. Then I put decoupage again, the decoupage glue, and then I put trim. And so this trim right here, it goes all the way around, and then I put another one in the front. Okay, and then this, I put the bow. I don't want to show my face, so I'm trying to angle it to where it doesn't show. Then I had this real pretty flower, and I did put glitter and kind of emphasize her necklace and her roses up there, and I thought she was a pretty bridesmaid. And I put trim. I had this in my stash, and this is from the kit. And so I did that. And the other mirrors that we have done in the past, I used to put batting. And this is the mirror I bought, and it's purple, but you can't tell once you cover everything. So I do try and find, this one is a Chinese braid. I do try and find a thick one, so it goes over, and then I put it in front so it covers the color. And you can paint this if you want to. I just didn't, but I did put felt in here, 2 pieces I think, just to kind of lift it, and that's where I did the applique. And then you can put lace on top and then put a picture over it. That's the way we used to do it, and we used to put lace, and I mean really make them really fancy. But this one I decided to do a little bit plainer, and I did have some beads that were my own, and dangle those down. But it is a pretty easy project, and I got this one at the dollar store. There's a lady that ordered a small one for her granddaughter because she bought a mirror years ago from us, and her granddaughter likes it, so I got to make her one this year. But I'm having a hard time finding the small ones. She wanted a little one, and so I have to keep searching. But we used to make a lot of these, and back in the day, I've been doing craft shows for 30 years, and they did used to sell a lot. We used to sell quite a bit, me and my friend, and I haven't made the Victorian in a long time, so it really kind of stopped selling. And so people want more inexpensive stuff, and the paper craft did better, so that's what I went with. And so, but I wanted to go back to my roots and do the Victorian items, and kind of display them in my room and stuff. So I wanted to do, I had this candle, and it's a battery operated candle. And so I covered her with Sandy, when she packages her boxes, she puts these little cards in, and it has this lady in there. Beautiful. I love that picture. And so I've been using them. And this charm was attached to the lace, so I used that, and I made a little bow, and I did use the trim that she gave us. So everything kind of matches with the book, so I'm going to display it with the book in my room. And then this crown comes with the kit. And then I just did this one in gold. This one I did the silver glitter, the fine glitter, and this one I did in gold. I really like the gold. And so then I have my own flowers, and I just put my bling. I love this bling. I get it at Hobby Lobby, but they haven't had it lately, so I gotta get some more. And that's it. This one's pretty, and so I wanted to use that one. And then when we did our rummage sale, well, we had to clean out our parish hall at our church, and we had a lot of these glass vases. And I had called a flower shop, and they came and got a bunch, but then people kept bringing us more. So I had a couple of these there, and so I got one, and I covered it. And this one I covered with lace. And this is the one picture I hadn't used, so I wanted to make her. I think she's so pretty. And I did decoupage, I put it on top and on bottom, and then I made a little bow. And then this charm, it was perfect because one was antiqued and the other one was more gold, and it worked out perfect. And I had these flowers and these little charms, so I put that. I had this trim, and so I put the bottom, and I had just enough. And then I had this trim that came with that vintage stuff. It just had everything's like little pieces, so I just utilized what I had. and did that. So I did decoupage them, put decoupage glue on the glass. So I have a candle, and you can put the candle, make it as big as you want, so it does show the color. I'll probably have to get a taller candle. I was looking for a smaller vase, but I couldn't find one. So, but it gets heavy when you put that in there. I just happened to have that candle. And so I did do that. I didn't cover the bottom. I might cover it and then put little, maybe some little, what are those called? Those rocks at the bottom, just to kind of make it stand out a little bit, so this shows. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I did do the gold on her, the little glitter. I have a fine tip glue and very precise. I was going to do the diamonds, and I thought that's just so much to put down, and I do have tiny diamonds, like for nails, I guess. And so I did do the glitter and the gold, and then in her earrings, and I did the bow. So this is pretty. I really do like it. I was just going to say, on this, the paper, I used the She Said Yes paper. It didn't wrap all the way, but so I met it in the middle. So right here, I added another piece, and also on the mirror. Her face was a little bit, it would have cut her off here with the trim. So I added a piece, and I think on the side also. So I added a piece here. So this covers it, and you can't tell where I added. So I just had little scrap pieces of the same paper, and just did a little piece there. So you can't tell. That's why I put the little trim and the lace, the beads, so you can't see it. And I did cut an oval on her. And that's it for my project share today. Thank you all so much for watching, and please visit the other ladies, the other design team, and they're most of them are working on the lemon drop, and so I think Brian's still working on She Said Yes. And so if you go and look at their websites, and Sandy just downloaded the lemon drop, and so did Dahlia. And so everything is in the description box, and her website and her Etsy shop, sorry, I couldn't speak, is also on there, and everything will be in my description box, and you will can get, if you use the code, 15% if you use my name or any of the other design team members. So thank you all so much for watching. I might do a tutorial on this. If you guys want to see one, let me know. It will take a little bit of time to show you, and I might just do have things part ways done, and because it can take, it's not long, it doesn't take long, but showing it, can be kind of tedious. But I would love to show how to make these. But if you want to see one, please let me know. And thank you all so much for watching, and thank you, Sandy and Jenny, for the opportunity to be on the design team. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.